Hello traders and investors, this is a Bitcoin technical analysis video. In this video I will try to answer the question of is Bitcoin in the bear market already, yes or no, and what do we need to see for a bear market confirmation. Now to do that I flipped the script, meaning that I inverted the chart and I inverted the RSI, because sometimes when you look at things from a different perspective, things become clearer. So this is a log chart, a weekly log chart of Bitcoin, and you can see that, remember, everything is inverted. Bitcoin has been in a downtrend since November of 2022, and it has been moving in a downward sloping channel, a very nice channel, until July of 2025. In July of 2025, the downward momentum halted and Bitcoin began to form a range. Let me show you. You can see that it is moving in a range and the downward momentum is halted somewhat. Also, on the weekly RSI, Bitcoin is developing a noticeable bullish divergence and it is moving towards the breakout. Now, what level is the breakout? The breakout level is between 198 or 99k, because it is the previous high, okay, and it is the downward sloping channel resistance. So if we see Bitcoin moving above 98k with a retest, possibly at 99k, maybe even a bit lower, and continuation higher, there will be no doubt left that Bitcoin is in a breakout, and in that case the immediate target will be 75k, which is the previous high from March of 2025, but possibly a lot higher, as high as as high as 35k. It may sound like a lot, but if you review Bitcoin's 4-year cycle, it has been losing a percentage drawdown of approximately 80%. So I don't expect 80%, but I definitely expect a 70 or a 72%, and it has the confluence of the 0.618 retracement. So this is the target. I'm continuing with an inverted chart, but this is on the daily chart, because the daily chart gives a lot of credence to the bull case, okay? The bull with quotes, because this is an inverted chart. You can see that Bitcoin began accumulation in July of 2025, automatic reaction, secondary test, uptrust, second uptrust, and the third uptrust was on high volume. The bulls stepped up at 116k, and this looks like a legit breakout. Of course, in the short term, the price can retrace a bit to, let's say, 112k, but it is looking very good for the bulls. If I was considering buying spot, remember this is an inverted chart, I would buy spot at 112k and take the chance. You understand my meaning, I hope. Also, you can see that the price is forming a very nice inverted head and shoulders, with the neckline being at approximately 98k and the immediate breakout target at 80k. So the daily chart is looking good for the bulls. We need a bit more, we need to push higher a bit more, but the bulls can be optimistic. Now I'm switching to a regular chart, and the question is what's going to happen in the short term for Bitcoin. In the short term for Bitcoin, I expect it to continue to sell off a bit more. Why? Based on the 60-day cycles, This cycle will end approximately at October 29th. So I am expecting Bitcoin to move lower. Maybe not today. Sundays are usually pump days. Maybe in Monday it will continue a bit higher, but eventually by October 29th, I expect Bitcoin to touch the 50-week moving average, at least the 50-week moving average, maybe a bit lower, and then it will continue a relief rally. So for the short term, for the remainder of October, I am expecting the sell-off to continue, and then we will have a relief rally which could get Bitcoin to 116K again before it continues moving lower. In my opinion, the chances of a high, an all-time high and the cycle high in October 6th are high and getting higher. Now, this is a weekly chart of Bitcoin. From a cycle perspective, Bitcoin has been moving up 3 years, all in line with the 4-year cycle, wave 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. Maybe it didn't tag the exact target for wave 5, but overall the target is reached. And from this point forward, I am expecting a year-long bear market with a percentage drawdown of between 70 and 77%. 77% was the previous bear market drawdown. So let's say that it's only going to sell off 70% or so, okay? It will get Bitcoin to a price point of around 40K or 35K, depending if you are using a log chart or an arithmetic chart. At the moment, it doesn't matter very much, okay? So that's all I have for you on Bitcoin. I hope it helps, and I will see you in the next video.